in the country today. Maria Jose from Spain, Ellen from Maryland, very cold there. Jenny from Santa Barbara, Lucy, snow in Worcesterville. Julia from Chester, cold but spring is in the air, that's true, yes. Caroline, greetings from a chilly Birmingham. Tracy from a cold Chirk. Toby, first time here. Toby from PA, USA. I'm sorry, I have no idea what PA stands for. Pasadena, maybe, something like that. Anyway, wonderful to have you, Toby. First time here, so big welcome to you. Odette from Potters Bar, UK. Vix from a chilly Birmingham. Bronwyn, chilly High Wycombe. It's chilly everywhere. Eileen from a snowy Netherlands. Yes, your storms made our news. The Netherlands all closed down from snow. Don Marie, kindness to all from Nottinghamshire. Jackie from snowy Stockport. Kim, snowy Birchington-on-Sea. Emma, a stunning, sunny and snowy day in Powell River, British Columbia, Canada. Linda, hi to everyone from Herefordshire. I'm in Herefordshire. We don't have any exciting snow. We have pathetic little mini hail every now and then, and that's about it. Margaret, really pleased to be here tonight from Dum. Not sure what that is. Julie from South France. Almond blossom is out. Oh, what joy. How wonderful to hear about that, that somewhere in the world there is almond blossom out. Susan, 0 degrees but blue skies, Vancouver Island. Yes, 0 degrees here. Just had a look before. Michelle, Guildford. Pauline, hello everyone from Churchdown, Gloucestershire. Meg, Todmorden, snowy. Oh, PA is Pennsylvania. Thank you, Toby. I thought Pasadena was probably unlikely, but I could think that was the only American name I could think of. Glasgow, Aideen, we're just outside the snow loop here in Galway, sorry. Miriam, North London. John from Devon. Kate, snowy Kent. Margaret, Dumfries and Galloway. We have no snow, it's surprising, up north. Von and Jeff Stafford, sending warm waves from Florida, USA. I bet you it was warmer there. Lydia, Southeast Kent. Emma, Hay-on-Wye, Chile. And then Susan, you sound a bit different today, deep voice and echo. Is it my sound or yours? Are other people getting an echo? Or does it sound okay? Maybe do a thumbs up if it sounds okay. Okay, good. So that, I'm afraid that must be you, Susan. Kate in Cheltenham, Karen from chilly Manchester, Julie in snowy Manchester. Great. Okay, so let's begin now. So yeah, very warm welcome, everybody. And I just checked, and we are now in our 6th week of the 3rd lockdown here in the UK. And it's not at all clear when it's going to end. I mean, it will end one day, I'm sure. But there's, the vaccine rollout's going really, really well here in the UK, apparently. And everyone I know who's had a vaccine, they say it's just so well run and efficient, wonderful National Health Service. But, there's these new variants and so on. So really, our practice is unchanged from all the other times we've come together over the last 10, 11 months, which is to stay present to our experience as it happens. See if we can let go of adding on lots of interpretations, stories, narratives, and just take this whole experience as an opportunity to live life one moment at a time and to keep coming back to the present. If we're longing for lockdown to end right now, then we're not really experiencing our life as it happens, because we're projecting into the future, and that projection kind of ruins our experience right now, because we haven't got what we want, which is the end of lockdown. So if we can learn to greet whatever arises in each moment with as much sort of willingness, as much willingness to be open to the breadth of experience in the present. Yes, there might be this longing for the lockdown to end as part of our experience, but there also may be beauty in our lives right now. Here, and it is deepest, darkest winter, but there's all the spring bulbs are starting to come up out of the soil. They haven't flowered yet, but they're so kind of pregnant with possibility and beauty. So you've got all the kind of mud of the middle of winter, and then there's all this green shoots coming through. And if you just pause and look at that sort of thing, it has an extraordinary beauty. But if we're always running into the future with how we would prefer things to be, then we do kind of ruin the opportunity to just live our lives as it happens, which is, it's definitely not a Pollyanna approach. I'm not saying, oh, we should just love everything about our lives. Of course, our lives include many things that are hard and unpleasant and difficult and challenging. And we're honest about that, but we meet that with presence and with kindness, and we realize it's just happening one moment at a time. And it's all much more fluid, and it's changing, and it's not this kind of static, awful experience that's kind of, very often we solidify experience and then we bang into it with our views and our wishes for it to be different. But when we get closer and we rest within it, we realize that it's fluid and changing all the time, and we can rest within that flow rather than banging into the solidification that we do with our own minds. Yeah. So I thought we'd do quite a simple practice again this week. That's what I feel I long for this day. We'll do a body awareness, a breath awareness. But what we'll do today is we'll then introduce the twin wishes, if you like, or the twin intentions of both vitalizing and energizing and releasing and settling. Excuse me. So what we'll do when we get to the start of the practice, and I'll lead it, so you don't need to remember it particularly, but some of us might like to know what's coming. On the in-breath, we'll imagine energy flowing into the body, into the heart, into the mind, a kind of vitalizing. And on the out-breath, we'll release and let go and settle back into gravity. So it'll be this very gentle kind of rhythm, a bit like a wave on a beach. It has the wave flows up the beach, and then the wave flows back down the beach. So we'll have the energizing on the in-breath and releasing and settling on the out-breath. And it will be effortless. So we're definitely not over-efforting or straining. So it's not like energizing, releasing. It's definitely not like that. It's more we're just resting in the body, resting and breathing. But as the breath naturally flows in, we allow that to be energizing and vitalizing. And as the breath naturally flows out, we allow that to be a breath of surrender, release, and letting go. Okay, so let's begin. You can, as I always say, you can do it sitting on a chair, you can do it lying down, you can do it standing. The main thing is to be relaxed and yet alert. And generally speaking, looking for alignment in the posture will help that. So I'm sitting on an upright chair, so my back can follow its natural curves, my head poised on the top. If I was slouching, that would be more difficult to stay present because I would just get quite droopy and sleepy. Sometimes people overstrain, they think I'm going to be really alert for my meditation, and they kind of pull the shoulders back and they stick the chest out. And then I would just end up with a lot of shoulder pain. Yeah. So we're looking for rest and alignment. So have most of your weight going down through the sitting bones if you're sitting on a chair. Having the hands supported in the lap or on the legs. And if you're lying down, looking for rest and surrender. If you're standing, again, looking for alignment. So the head's just poised on the top, not doing this with the head, not doing this with the head, not doing that or that. Just looking for a position so that the head can be supported on the top of the spine. Imagine you've got a golden thread out of the top of the head, and everything's just falling away from that golden thread. You could even try doing that if you want to. Just pull a bit of hair, top of the head. And when you're looking for this kind of real release through the base of the skull. Okay, so once you've chosen your position, beginning to settle. If you want to, you could take a deeper breath in, and then on the out breath, releasing, letting go, settling. Do that a few times. Letting the out breath flow all the way out, and the in breath flow back in its own time. And allowing your breathing to find its own natural rhythm. Very often we grip and hold on to the out breath. We don't let it have its full exhalation. So with this release with the out breath, we're allowing it to go all the way out. We're allowing the body to rest into gravity. And then allowing the in breath to quite naturally flow in its own time. So we're not altering or forcing breathing, but we're seeing if we can let go of any habits of inhibition around breathing. For any reason, breathing feels a bit triggering or disturbed, you could just rest your awareness in your hands and your feet for a few moments, feeling to the stability of the hands and the feet. I've got a poem here by William Stafford. Very beautiful. And it's called You Reading This, Be Ready. Starting here, what do you want to remember? How sunlight creeps along a wooden floor? What scent of old wood hovers? What softened sound from outside fills the air? Will you ever bring a better gift for the world than the breathing respect that you carry wherever you go right now? Are you waiting for time to show you some better thoughts? When you turn around, starting here, lift this new glimpse that you found. Carry into evening all that you want from this day. This interval you spent reading or hearing this, keep it for life. What can anyone give you greater than now, starting here, right in this room, when you turn around? Starting here, what do you want to remember? How sunlight creeps along a wooden floor? What scent of old wood hovers? What softened sound from outside fills the air? Will you ever bring a better gift for the world than the breathing respect that you carry wherever you go right now? Are you waiting for time to show you some better thoughts? When you turn around, starting here, lift this new glimpse that you found. Carry into evening all that you want from this day. This interval you spent reading or hearing this, keep it for life. What can anyone give you greater than now, starting here, right in this room, when you turn around? So what can anyone give you greater than now, starting here? Let's just rest into that. The gift of presence, the gift of awareness. And gently allowing our awareness to drop away from thinking, preoccupation, and to come home to the whole body. It's allowing our awareness to pour all the way down into the legs. Feeling the contact between the feet and the floor. And seeing if we can rest and yield into that contact. And allowing awareness to fill the legs, feet and the ankles, the lower legs, the upper legs, the knees. Seeing if we can let awareness settle inside the legs, fill the legs with awareness. This discomfort, seeing if we can soften the hard edges around it and yield into the flow of sensations flowing through the moment. Coming to the buttocks, resting on the chair or the bed, or standing, just feeling into the buttocks, soft. But sitting or lying down, allowing our weight to yield down through this area. And now allowing our awareness to feel the whole torso. The belly. Swelling on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. The chest rising and falling. Ribs expanding and subsiding, lungs filling and emptying, the heart beating with its rhythm. And the back of the torso, the spine floating up the center, and the breath, the whole landscape of the back of the body. Allowing the whole back of the body to participate in the natural breath. Broadening, subsiding, broadening, subsiding. And the whole torso. In this breath, step, feeling the 360-degree nature of awareness in the torso. So we're allowing the whole torso to open a little bit in all directions on the in-breath, subside a little bit in all directions on the out-breath. Softening any hard edges, any pain, any discomfort, anywhere in the whole torso with this breath cycle. Allowing the shoulders to fall away from the midline of the body and allowing awareness to pour down the arms all the way to the tips of the fingers and the thumbs. If we're sitting or lying, having the hands supported so the shoulders are able to release into gravity. If we're standing, having the hands resting at the side of the body. So again, the shoulders can just release and rest down into gravity. We don't need to hold on or grip. And coming up, back up the arms through the collarbones, the shoulders, and into the neck and the head. Sitting, checking that the head is still poised on top of the spine. If we're lying down, checking that the head is resting, not holding onto the head with effort. We're standing, having the head aligned with the spine. What we're looking for is a quality of rest, where the head is just resting, aligned with the body, aligned with gravity. So there's no gripping, no holding on. Quality of poise. Coming into the face, whole face soft, eyes soft, jaw, lips, tongue soft. Throat soft. So the wind of the breath is flowing freely in and out of the body through this area. And now broadening to be aware of the whole body. Legs, torso, arms, neck, head, face. Feeling the wholeness of the whole body. But not as a static object, but as a flow of experience, arising and passing, arising and passing. Breath, sensation. Emotions will be reflected somewhere in the body. Letting these be fluid as well, fluid and changing. Now let's move into this rhythm on the in-breath, allowing vitality. Energy to flow into the body, and on the out-breath, releasing, resting, surrendering, letting go. And it's a natural breath, so we're not forcing, we're not straining, but we're allowing this intention, if you like, to rest inside breathing. Energizing, vitality, release, letting go. Might be very, very subtle. This is fine. Nature loves rhythm, ebbs and flow. So bring this into our experience of ourselves. This alert, vitality, energizing phase, and then the release, settling, letting go phase. With each in-breath, with each out-breath. So now bring just a little bit of movement into the body, maybe just the fingers and the toes. See if we can keep this rhythm of breathing going as we begin to move. So we're not gripping around breathing, keeping our awareness inside the flow and then introducing movement. Maybe doing some bigger movements when we feel ready. You might find the breathing alters as you move, that's fine. But we're trying to unlearn the habit of gripping, the habit of inhibition. We're bringing more fluidity to our experience, softness, energizing, and yet releasing, letting go. When we're ready, just moving however we want to. If we're lying down, you might want to roll over on your side. It's completely up to you. Opening our eyes. Gallery view so I can see you all. So thank you all very, very much for practicing together. Such a lovely thing to do, to practice together. And of course, some of you are moving into your day. So hopefully you'll be able to bring this intention of, in a way, the gift of being present. Just this is your life, here it is, it's arrived. And it's kind of futile to wish it was a different life right now. This is the one it is. So how can you meet that with as much presence? Yeah. And you can use that rhythm during your day or evening, where if you're feeling very sleepy, you can really bring this intentionality of vitality with the in-breath. And then if you're feeling wired and agitated, you could perhaps put a little bit more emphasis on the out-breath, the letting go on the out-breath. So it's a lovely kind of rhythm that we can use as a kind of, an intention in a way to bring into our day. There's always something we can do to help ourselves. That's very empowering to remember that. So when you're feeling all sort of wired and agitated, just really let the out breath go all the way out. And that brings online the parasympathetic nervous system. If you're feeling all sleepy and dozy and slothful and knackered, then breathing in vitality. And the in-breath stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which is to do with activation. So we have these ways of fine-tuning our nervous system throughout the day. Okay, good. So let's see what people have got to say. I'll just read a few of these out because we've got some people here who are visually impaired. So just what I needed. Such concentration. Good. Interesting that brought about concentration. It was beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Feel restored. So that's interesting. Someone feels restored, and then someone else said that was lovely and calming. So the restoration is where we're kind of reviving ourselves, and then calming is obviously where we're settling down. So it can bring both these qualities at different times. Just what I needed. Oh, thank you, Vidyamala and Breathwork Sangha. That's very nice. Sangha is a Buddhist term for community. And it is what we have here is community. This is a gathering we have every week now, isn't it? It's so lovely. And lots of the same familiar faces. So this is our Breathworks community. Just what I needed. Thank you all for a relaxing dinner. Excellent. Oh, this is good. Thank you, everyone. Tonight's session helped to ease my back pain. Fantastic. That's really good. Lovely, calming, very soothing. Feeling refreshed again. Centering. Feel so comfortable and calm. That's nice. I feel really calm. This is good. Thank you. Ever fine-tuning. That's right. We can be constantly sort of fine-tuning our awareness. Love the poem. Who wrote it? Did you say? It's William Stafford. I'll put it on the community. Well, I've already put it on the community of practice actually in the poetry group. Really, really beautiful. Okay. Love the image of us solidifying experience then bashing into it. That resonated very strongly today. Yes, I'm afraid that is what we do. We contract, solidify, and then get into a battle with something that we, in a sense, have created with our own awareness. That is how foolish we are. Good. All right. I might do this again another week. It's a lovely practice. The sort of rhythm of the ebb and the flow. It's beautiful the way nature has its tides and its seasons and its ebbs and its flows and its cycles and its rhythms. And I think we're quite out of touch with that often in the modern world. And so perhaps we can use these meditations to help us drop back into the rhythmic nature of everything. Good. All right, so let's leave it there and see you all. Oh, actually, I won't be here next week because I forgot to do a session for some people in Germany, obviously online. So it will either be Sona or Ollie again. Lovely, but there'll definitely be a session. And Sona and Ollie, as you know, are both excellent meditation leaders. Lovely. Okay, so have a good evening, have a good week. Take it one moment at a time as best you can. And if you want to unmute to say goodbye to each other, then please do so.
Adios, Vidyamala.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.
See you all.
Bye.
Thanks all.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You will be at ease.
Yes, may you all be at ease.